Technical difficulties won't stop the Westside Bowl now. We are officially back with your featured game of the week on 600 ESPN El Paso. Sebastian Perez Navarro, right beside Alberto Urueta, a barn burner in the third quarter. Alberto, where do we start?
Man, I do feel I'm personally responsible for what has gone down. Injury timeout on the field, as you guys just heard there, but it's my personal responsibility to make sure we're up, and we weren't up for what has been probably the most exciting part of the game. A lot of back and forth, a lot of action that the folks back home missed. Sebastian, be so kind to fill us in.
Well, let's start off with Franklin getting the ball first. They drove all the way down to the 3-yard line. They punched it in with powers. However, that touchdown got called back due to a holding call from Justin Morales, a rarity to see. The D1 junior recruit who has offers from 7 universities mess up. Probably the only time it's going to happen in this entire year. So Coronado gets the ball right back. And at their own 1-yard line, they get a safety. They commit a safety. Franklin gets 2 points on the board, and all of a sudden, with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, Franklin is up 9-7. So then, Coronado's forced to kick off, and just like that, Lucas Garza connects with Santiago Perez from over 30 yards out to get the Cougars the advantage 16-7. But Coronado wasn't willing to give up. Thanks to the legs of Ben Wilson, the speedster, he was able to get his third touchdown through the ground from over 70 yards. And then Franklin comes back and throws an interception. Right now, Coronado just had the opportunity to convert a 4th down from Franklin Cougar territory, but it went off the hands of Casey Golding. That is where we find ourselves, with 56.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. We might have missed it live, but a good synopsis nonetheless. And to be positive, possibly when it comes down to it, the fourth quarter, the most important, but right now we've got under a minute to go in the third. 2nd down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Garza fakes it, looking, throwing, far side, completes it, enough to move the chains, mark him at the 45-yard line. Coronado has used 1 timeout so far in this half. Franklin has used none. 1 turnover has already been committed as Lucas Garza threw an interception in the third. 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Officially under 30 seconds to go. Shotgun formation. Garza fakes it, throws it out. Far side to who else but Santiago Perez, who already has 2 touchdowns on the night. Time winding in the third. One thing that might come back to haunt Coronado is the drop by Golding on 4th down.
Yeah, it's one of those you're going to want to get back. It's just
At the end of the third quarter.
Oh, the end of the third quarter, forgive me. So, end of the third quarter here, Franklin Cougars up 16-13 on the Coronado Thunderbirds. 12 minutes left to play in this game, and we have ourselves a close one. 3-point game here. Thank you so much for continuing to be with us on 600 ESPN El Paso through what has been a plethora of technical difficulties, folks. But now, 12 minutes left in a 3-point ball game.
The up-and-coming project of the featured game of the week still being largely developed. And even though we faced some problems, we were able to get back up and running. And while on the topics of thank yous, a huge thank you to the Coronado Booster Club, specifically the Zamora family. During halftime, they fed us delicious food from Carnitas Querétaro. It gave us enough power to power through the technical difficulties.
Most definitely did. And we've been rewarded with a phenomenal game here that's going into the fourth quarter.
It'll be 2nd down for the Franklin Cougar offense. The best part of the Westside Bowl has come down to the fourth quarter, and it's live on 600 ESPN El Paso. 2nd down from the 42. Garza will set up in the shotgun. Coronado will bring cover 2. Fakes it. Garza in the pocket. Here comes mounting pressure. He'll get out of it. Looking, throwing, deep downfield. Did he catch it?
Yes, he did.
It
Out of
is
bounds.
Out of bounds. It looked like it. One of the rarities where the sideline pass just didn't work out for Garza.
Yeah, it took the official some time to make the call. Went down, met with the other official that was closest to the play. That brings up third down here for the Franklin Cougars, who are in Coronado territory within striking distance. 3rd and 7, 11:48 left to go. Cougars up 16-13.
If I may, if you'd like more information on what happened in the third quarter, search up hashtag FFN600 for live scoring updates on X. 3rd down and 7 in the 4th. Garza having to bounce back from his earlier on interception. They'll hand it up to Gutta de la Riva for a run. They're making it known, Walker's making it known, that this is 4th down territory.
Most definitely 4th down territory.
Take back those words. Franklin brings out the punting unit.
Wow, playing it safe here. It's only a 3-point ball game.
Wow.
And you're not going to trust your offense to try to go out there and pick it up.
Here's the thing. They've gone for 4th down on it multiple times. You run it up the gut, you have to be asking what went wrong there, because with the way that Coronado has been playing today's game, going up the gut means you're obviously not getting the first down from 7 yards out.
Yeah, they don't trust Ernie Powers there to try to get the first down on 4th and 3, 4th and short there. I'm really surprised, as are you. And now it's time, with only 11 minutes left, it's time to see when Franklin's going to get the ball back. I know their strategy now is to let Coronado get the ball, see if they can score, because when we get the ball back, we're going to have Ernie Powers to run the clock out and take us to the promised land.
16-13, 11 minutes, 5 seconds to go. The Westside Bowl, live from the Sun Bowl Stadium. A jam-packed student section on both sides. Wilson rolling out. Here comes pressure. Avoids it, but having to step out of bounds. The Franklin Cougar defense, more specifically Stone Jessup, was able to pressure the young junior quarterback Wilson into losing 2. No flags. Franklin started off shaky in the 3rd with multiple penalties. It's what ultimately voided their touchdown in their first drive. From shotgun formation, Wilson takes the snap, looking around, throwing, going to complete it on the far side to the 30, pushing to the 35. He's going to get close to the 40, mark him down at the 39.
Huge pickup there by Cristian Frescas. 20-yard pickup there by number 10, Cristian Frescas, with 10 minutes left. So many number 10s, I'm getting confused. Huge pickup there between Ben Wilson and Cristian Frescas. That'll bring up a first set of downs here for the T-Birds. I can't get any words out.
Frescas is going to be looking fresh after tonight. The fake, going to go up the gut, but flags fly everywhere. Ball did not go loose. 2 total turnovers committed in the 3rd. But now the penalties come back up.
Holding, number 61 on the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot, remains first down.
Holding against the offense. A problem that has plagued the Coronado Thunderbirds all game long. It'll be 1st and 20. All the way from the 29-yard line. Wilson will take it in himself, and he will get past the 30, but not much. To the 33 being generous.
Yeah, not when you want to have a 1st and 20. Decent pickup there, but not nearly enough. Let's see what Coronado pulls out here on 2nd and long.
Reminder, tonight the start of district play. Coronado entered tonight undefeated. Franklin 2-2 overall this season. Ben Wilson dropping back, rolling around, looking for options. He'll get none and be stuffed at the 35.
.45 left to play, and the clock is ticking here for the T-Birds on 3rd and 14. And a timeout called here by Coronado.
Timeout. Coronado. Their second timeout.
So you use your second timeout almost immediately into the fourth quarter. You only have one timeout, and you have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here, and you're down 3 points. So definitely don't understand that call here by Mike Pry and his coaching staff. So let's see if it pays off. It is a 3rd and a mile, and so you do want to get your offense as best prepared as you can. If you give the ball back to Franklin, you may not get it back. They easily can run out 8 minutes off the clock with that very powerful run game that they have.
It's only Coronado's second timeout taken this half. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go remaining in the entire game. Coronado faces 3rd and 14 from the 35-yard line. Wilson facing a cover 2, deep one at that. Dancing around in the pocket, looking, throwing, deep downfield, the sideline, it is incomplete. Deep down the far side, Wilson just couldn't connect. It seems as though all game long they've been completing those tough passes, yet it's time to pay your dues.
Yeah, it's time to punt here on 4th and long, 8 minutes left to play. It's extremely hard to go out there and get 14, 15, 16 yards and one down there. So when you gamble as you did there on 3rd and it doesn't pay off, it's time to punt. Time to give the ball to Ernie Powers. Let's see when you get the ball back here. It's only 8 minutes left to play, and you have one timeout remaining after you burned 2 timeouts early in the fourth quarter.
You don't want to push the panic button yet. But when looking at certain trends that have been following the Franklin Cougars all year long, that is, they've scored 0 points in the fourth quarter, at least on an average. 16-13. 8 minutes, 12 seconds to go. You're watching 600 ESPN El Paso's featured game of the week.
Coronado needs to come up with another huge stop here. They're set to punt it back to the Franklin Cougars. We've already seen a takeaway. We've seen huge tackles for losses on 3rd down. We've seen them come up with the stop numerous times. Let's see if they can come up with another stop when it means the most.
They'll punt it away, and Coach Mike Pry will rely on his defense. Fair catch signaled by Santiago Perez. He'll let it bounce.
Great job by number 8 of the Franklin Cougars there. J.B. Bondi Guzman. Able to get out of the way of the bouncing punt there. Would have made it a live ball. Hits a dodge, and I see the Westside Bowl trophy on the way down to the field. Michael Luciano, very prominent UTEP football booster in attendance here today. Man, that big trophy's making its way down to the field.
The Cougars have held on to that for 6 straight years. You've got the control of an entire side of a city, and that beauty for the past more than half a decade. You would absolutely hate to give it up, especially in such a close game like the one we have tonight.
Yeah, especially after you've had the lead, right? We've had the lead, and in the fourth quarter.
Here's the thing. They've had opportunities. Again, going back to that third quarter drive where they could have gotten a touchdown through Powers, but penalties plagued them. They got the safety, and they got another touchdown through Santiago Perez. But they can't be living in a world of what-ifs. But frankly, many of Franklin's community is thinking, what if? De La Riva gonna go to the near side. Flag flies. Franklin with 2 timeouts. Coronado with 1. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
Holding, number 9 on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Remain second down.
So a huge penalty there for the Franklin side. Makes this a 2nd and 7 into 2nd and 17 here.
Was gonna say if they played it smart, they could possibly drain clock, but the holding penalty definitely didn't help.
Joining us here on 600 ESPN El Paso. Let's go look over to some Thursday night football. Cowboys Giants in a close game. Cowboys up 14-12 with 8:42 left to play in the third quarter.
Hand it off to Powers. Powers is going to make a cut. Powers is going to power his way through to the 49-yard line.
So about a pickup of 12 there on 2nd and 14. Makes it a 3rd and manageable now. Very much within run shot here of Ernie Powers, who's an absolute train between the gridiron, on the gridiron.
Marking at the 44. We have had no impactful events in the fourth. Just a punt by Coronado. Straying away from the opposite third. 7 yards deep. Backs on both sides. 2 receivers out far side. 1 to the close side. They'll go with Powers far side. That has been the Walker specialty of tonight. It'll be enough to move the chains. Mark him officially now. The 49-yard line.
Yeah, it's the first down celebration, and my God, I've never seen a football game with this many Trump flags. And a first down here for the Franklin Cougars with 6 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. We've been gifted with a good game here on the Westside Bowl. There has been a plenty of blowouts here, mostly given to the Thunderbirds by the Cougars, like in 1999 when Franklin won 49-0. I was 1 year old.
A reminder that out of the past 6 games, 2 of those have been shutouts. And the Cougars is 6 straight wins. Garza is tripped up while making a run to the near side. Only a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9, but that clock continues to tick. 5 minutes, 20 seconds, 16-13 your score. Franklin on top on your featured game of the week on 600 ESPN El Paso.
Huge stop there by Scott Straken. Looks like, what did that remind me of? I don't think you know of a CD, but sometimes CDs would get like scratched and they'd go really fast. That's what you sounded like a little bit.
Back in my heyday, I used to listen to those all the time.
Oh my goodness. What a play by that Coronado defense, collapsing in the flats, almost making an interception there and turning the momentum of this game here for the Coronado Thunderbirds.
So close, but so far. Risky business.
Number 9 there on the defensive side for the Coronado Thunderbirds.
Makes it 3rd down and 9. Under 5 minutes to go. From the 50, shotgun formation.
Garza to pass.
Dropping back, dancing around in the pocket. Absolutely no one is open. Looking, throwing, just tosses it away. 4th down and 9, 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. This is definitely where you punt.
Yeah, no choice but to punt here. You are very right here. 4th and 9 with only 4:45 left to play. Coronado's down 3 points right now. Desperately needs to find the end zone.
It's the first district game. It's the 30th anniversary of the Westside Bowl. 3 decades for this illustrious title. And somehow, some way, we've been lucky enough to take it down to the last minute, just like last year. Takes a bounce, goes into the end zone. Lucky enough for Coronado.
Yeah, bounces the Coronado's way. And now a touchback here for the T-Birds as the offense is eager to get on the field.
It won't rewrite history for the Thunderbirds, who have been dominated in this rivalry. But frankly, if they go down the field, then just maybe they can start a new chapter in the history of the Westside Bowl. We'll see. 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go. A 3-decade rivalry comes down to junior Ben Wilson and his troops. Trips out right, 2 receivers down to the left. Wilson's going to take it in himself. He's going to gain 2 yards.
Yeah, maybe, if anything, 2-yard gain there by Ben Wilson on the QB draw.
Prize got 1 timeout to work with. Alberto, you talked CDs. Michael Pride doesn't want to get a record scratch on this drive. Second down and 8. 4 minutes. 5 seconds. 16-13. Coronado down by 3. Shotgun formation. Send trips out right, 1 alone to the left. Cover 2 shown by the Cougars.
Wouldn't be surprised if they go to that left side. That's number 1, Casey Golding, their leading receiver. Came into this one with none other than 10 receptions for 178 yards, averages 17 yards a reception. He's got a pair of receiving touchdowns. He's definitely a threat on that far side of your screen.
A reminder, and possibly a scary one, Casey Golding had a key drop on 4th down in the 3rd. A little bit of a delay. Referees having to clarify with the Franklin band that they can't be playing during when action is happening on the gridiron.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky when they can and cannot be playing.
15-yard penalty.
Shotgun formation for Wilson. The fans will make up for the band's music. Dropping back, looking. Play automatically comes to a stop. Flag on the field.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 1 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
So an offensive false start by number 1 there, Casey Golding. It's going to hurt the T-Birds with only 3:42 left to play. And the T-Birds down by 3 points. That makes it a 2nd and 13.
The senior captain has just been having a rough night. A drop and then a penalty. 2nd down and 13. Gonna dump it off on the screen pass. Gonna go nowhere. It's crunch time for the Thunderbirds. Completed it to Cody Hunt. Not enough though.
Yeah, it's 3rd in the game here for the T-Birds. You can't give it back to Ernie Powers. He's going to run out the clock. As we saw him kill about 5 minutes worth of play, 4 minutes worth of game clock last time he received the ball. He managed to force a punt, but there's no guarantee you'll be able to do that next time. The time to score was now.
Shotgun formation. They send Frescas in motion. 3rd down and long. Wilson rolling out.
That's a lot of green.
Sees
That's a
the
lot of
Cougars.
green.
He's going to go the near side to the 30, the 35. That's where he'll be down and moves the chains for the Thunderbirds.
Huge pickup there by Casey Golding. Is able to pick up the 1st down. Scratch that by Ben Wilson. About a 15-yard pickup on 3rd and what felt like a mile.
A phenomenal game to the ground by Ben Wilson. A 70-yard touchdown through the ground, and then just move the chains on a pivotal 3rd down. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Wilson is going to run it again. Takes it to the near side, down past the 40. Move them to the 43.
Yeah, pickup of about 5 there for Ben Wilson. So, a huge conversion there on 3rd down. Now a 2nd and 4.
Ben Wilson wasn't the starter last year, but he got some reps in as quarterback on the varsity team. He was here for that Westside Bowl last year when they barely lost. Now trying to rewrite the narrative, dancing around in the pocket, looking around, gonna run for it, and it's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, pickup of about 5 there by number 2, Ben Wilson. Phenomenal job to be shifty in the pocket, out of the pocket, have a lot of vision down the field, and at the action right in front of you. It's extremely hard to do. It converts the first down, and you're in enemy territory. Soon, someone has to be open downfield, and you have to hit someone.
Trips out right. Wilson looks that exact direction. Throws that exact direction. Was it complete to Coronado? It was.
Down. No. Referee calls it down. Man, I think there was a little bit of confusion there by the referee staff.
One ref is going the way where the completed pass was intended to, but they call it incomplete. It's too close to call. We had the replay. We can't check the instant replay, but it looks like Randak gets possession. Nonetheless, it's second down and long. Wilson dropping back, looking around, throwing, finds an open man, makes up for the previous lost play.
Phenomenal job there by Cody Hunt, the running back, to get open and receive that one under pressure there by the cornerback, but is able to get both hands on it, cup his arms around it, converts the first down, and the T-Birds are driving.
Shotgun formation. Wilson is going to take it up the gun himself. He's going to go for a solid game, but a little pausing moment.
Yeah, pick up a 3, and this is where your usage of your timeouts is really confusing.
Timeout. Coronado.
You use your last timeout with 1 minute left, and you on the 35-yard line. You're out of timeouts. This is it. It's do or die. If you don't score here, or you don't necessarily move the ball down the field, you're not going to have the outcome of this game that you want. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to have to kick to tie the game up. That's where bad things happen.
This means the world to both of these quarterbacks. Both juniors, their first year starting on varsity, both trying to win the Westside Bowl on their first year as starters.
Looks like the Franklin defense is ready to get this play on. As the T-Bird offense is out there still meeting and conversing.
1 minute, 16 seconds. Second down and 7. Coronado is pressuring, but still a large amount of work to be done, but not much time to do it.
On 2nd and 7.
Trips out right. One out to the left. Wilson takes the snap.
Golding's
won't
open.
Step up, looking, throwing to Friskas. It is
Intercepted to seal the game.
Intercepted. The Franklin Cougars will go on to win their 7th straight Westside Bowl.
Number 2, Jason Villagrana is able to come down with the interception. You know, a gutsy throw there by number 2, Ben Wilson, for the Coronado Thunderbirds, but that was in the double coverage. Referees currently meeting and conversing this one, but yeah, I think that if you look back, if you were able to go back on the replay there, number 1, Kaysen Golding, he's cutting into the middle of the field and in single coverage and very open. Very open. He's going to want that one back, and as soon as he sees that one in film, it's going to sting. Ball on the 1 yard line here for the Franklin Cougars. And barring a miracle for the Coronado Thunderbirds, this game was just intercepted away. Cougars up 16-13 with 1:09 left to play here. Coronado defense trying to hype up their crowd.
Trying to tell them there's still hope. Nonetheless, it's Villagrana's 2nd interception of the year. And with 1 minute and 9 seconds, no timeouts, there's no way Coronado can pull this out. But from what we've seen, nothing is objective. Franklin would need to drain the clock, but they're down at their own 1. It's possible to make a stand.
You need a sack here. You need a tackle for a loss.
Under center, they're going to push forward. Oh, they got it and more.
That's a great strategy, right? You just give yourself a little bit of a buffer zone between you and the end of the end zone itself. And wouldn't be surprised to see a handoff here to Ernie Powers to really seal the deal here for the Cougars, forgive me.
Still will press. Bunch up at the line. We're under 40 seconds at the Sun Bowl.
It'll be another butt shove here on Philadelphia Eagles. butt shove.
Little tush push.
Yeah, a little tush push, 32 seconds, 31. Coronado has no ability to stop the clock. And that'll be it here from the Westside Bowl, it looks like, as the Franklin Cougars are now running away with this one to move to 3-2 and to put the Coronado Thunderbirds at 3-1.
7 straight wins. They'll take the Westside Trophy home. Franklin rejuvenates. It's a team, it's a school who's gone through so much over the past month. And now tonight marks an occasion in which they can celebrate in a community and ride the wave during the weekend. Franklin's your winner of the Westside Bowl, 16-13. A heartbreaking loss for junior Ben Wilson. But on the other side, Lucas Garza gets his first district win as a varsity quarterback in a memorable game. Alberto, final thoughts of the night.
Yeah, not the outcome you want if you're Coronado there, but you gambled big there in the fourth quarter when you needed to. Things just don't go your way. I think that if you go back, you check tape, Casey Golding, he's cutting towards the middle of the field with only one defender on him, and you throw into double coverage. You just really hang it up there for the safety to make a play. And you're going to want that one back if you're Ben Wilson, as it looks like the Cougars are very, very animated here as they have extended their win streak yet again. That was your Westside Bowl here, presented by the 600 ESPN El Paso live stream crew. It's been a pleasure and an honor as the Franklin Cougars run away with this one 16-13 in the 2024 Westside Bowl for 600 ESPN El Paso.